I'm George Wiley. We've been told that poems that are read or written out among birds and bees and flowers are somehow better. They might make the nature might make a better positive effect on how we feel anyway. We don't have any proof that that's true, that the nature in flowers brings out more talent, but we'd like to think it does. We'll let you judge that when you hear the poets that you're going to hear tonight. We welcome you. This TV show is part of one of the outreaches of Downriver Poets and Playwrights, and it's called Poetry from the Dot. And I'm here with co-leader Dennis White. Dennis?
Yes, we're so glad to be back in this garden setting again. We've been here before. This is a beautiful, beautiful place to read and share poetry. It inspires us every time we come together. Poetry is such a beautiful blessing in our lives. We are happy to be part of poetry and to share poetry with you too. I usually read this quote from Robert Frost. Poetry is when an emotion has found its thought and the thought has found words. Indeed, poetry is very special, and we're going to share that with you tonight. We're going to have a number of readers from our group, and they're going to read poetry for you and share it with you. And I hope you will appreciate what you hear from us tonight, this afternoon. And welcome to Poetry from the Dot. Now for our readers.
Hello, I'm Anita Walters. I've been with the Downriver Poets for a number of years, and this poem I'm about to read is one that I wrote when this venue was opened about 10 or 12 years ago. It's in Detroit. The poem is called Urban Oasis. No pure country air, but urban towers everywhere. Rensen anchors the scene to the west, city architecture at its best. Ambassador Bridge crosses the strait where tankers and carriers truck their freight. West to east along Detroit's shore, a river walk offers a stroll and much more. In a city ancient yet new, you'll see prairie grasses and wildflowers, a few red-winged blackbirds, and chimney swifts too. It's amazing the contrast in venue and view. There are walkers and joggers, some fast, many slow. Ardent cyclists spin past, bathed in a glow. At the edge of the walk, someone's thrown in a line, maybe hoping to dine on a catch from the river. Pickerel so fine? For fun, there are water jets spurting up high. Kids try to maneuver and keep their clothes dry. The carousel is sure to delight. Blue water, Windsor skyline are beautiful sights. Riverwalk is a diamond in a city needing shine, a surprise in an oasis that will lift your heart and mind.
Hi, my name is Gil Sines, and I'd like to just discuss my latest book here. It's called Edge of a Fantasy and Other Poems. It's a collection of poems that are really just from different subjects of the past and different experiences that I've had and different ways of looking at things. And it's available on Amazon and also on Barnes & Noble.
Hi, I'm Pat Barnes from Wyandotte, Michigan, and I want to read a poem about a darning egg. Now you might not remember what darning eggs were, but back in the day when we mended things like socks, if you got a hole in the toe or heel of your sock, you put a wooden egg-shaped thing in and then wove the thread back and forth to make a patch. So here we go, the darning egg. There is a hole in my sock, right where my big toe curls up and rubs the top of my shoe. Grandma Sprout had a wooden darning egg she slipped into threadbare stockings in the evenings while we listened to the radio. Cotton thread, double strands in big-eyed needles. Don't ever let her catch you tying a knot. Weave it, dear, back and forth, in and out, no lumps. She taught me to darn, damn. With a fervor of preservationists, we reinforced all stress points. Toes, heels, and ankles, where bones rubbed work boots. I wonder where that darning egg is nested. Perhaps it sequesters with quilting hoops, laundry bluing and pickle forks, in the neverland of rear washers, hat pins, and hand-cranked ice cream makers. They have attic chats of the days when they were useful, admired, state-of-the-art. There is comfort in the solid feel of a wooden egg in your hand. It is dependable in its simplicity, environmental in its inherent message, and now nostalgic, as I look at the hole in my sock and miss the simple frugality my grandmother wore like a smile. Thanks.
Cup of Home by Patricia Barnes has received national recognition. Several of the poems included in Cup of Home have won first place in many poetry competitions. Patricia Barnes lives in Wyandotte, Michigan, and is an active member of several poetry organizations that include the Downriver Poets and Playwrights, Spring-Fed Arts, and the Poetry Society of Michigan. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Cup of Home, available on Amazon.
Hello, I'm George Wiley, a member of the Downriver Poets and Playwrights. This poem is called When You Didn't Need Me. At first it was like sun through clean curtains, like peering out a rainy window to see your car, like big toothy grins, little gifts on the dresser, and the rapids of our unabridged passion. I called you my funny Valentine. We wrote lavish things in the cards. We compared our love to Daisy and Gatsby, sang songs together. My plebeian life began to require you, and yours required mine. It was a can't miss time, a can't sleep love. How luminous our days, how great you were. The rains didn't touch your eyes, the cold didn't hurt. I kissed your tears, you hugged my worries. Your skin was my dawn, your laugh my ambition. And one day I saw the luster leave your passion. The diverted eyes, the glances at the clock, the lateness getting home, more nights out with your friends, the disheveled clothing, taking your calls in the bathroom. Losing my gravity, I attempted heroic attempts at being essential. I dreamed up chaotic ways to make you need me. Refusing to be vain or possessive, I fabricated attractiveness in me that wasn't really there. While you had to go, I didn't know. You didn't say. There were days when I couldn't look out the windows. The curtains turned shaggy and yellowed. When a mirror was the enemy and the bed sheets were cold and stiff. The dark skies of my life grew closer. My horizons faded. I spilled mustard on the Valentine's card, then threw it out. Yesterday, The girl in room 48 knocked on my door and handed the card to me. Said she found it and thought there must be a good story behind it. Under her arm was a bottle of Cabernet. I asked her in.
Why Did I Remain in the Garden is George Wiley's first book, published in 2019. Because many of the poems are about flowers, birds, and nature, he gave it this name. An avid gardener and amateur photographer, he used his own photos in the book. Why Did I Remain in the Garden can be found on Amazon. The publisher called it stirring, heartwarming, nostalgic, and emotionally powerful poetry and poise encompassing a lifetime of experiences.
Hello, I am Jeanette Giselle Ferguson from Allen Park, Michigan. This time I'll present to you a piece of poetry that I call Finding Peace with My Late Father. Father, now I see you. Now I see you. Just now. Father, today I saw the blue butterflies pimping to Kuna in the Quechua language. Yes, the blue butterflies of resurrection and ascension. They arrived just in time for your birthday, Father. Now, yes, Father, it's me. I welcome you to be present now in my life. Now you are finally reunited with the mother you lost so early in life and many of your loved ones. Yes, Father. Now I fully understand your behaviors back then. Now I am able to accept you as you are. Now your painful silence has new meaning for me. Now I can see you far under a new light. Father, I can see you in your full essence from deep within my heart. Father, I can receive and remember you with very deep gratitude. Father, I can honor your life as it was given to you, and I'm ready to honor my life as you have given it to me with your open heart. Father, I can honor your life in fully embracing my own life now. Father, I understand that there is no need for forgiveness between you and I, because our ultimate Father, our Spirit Divine, never ever has condemned us. Now I know we only condemn ourselves by our own choices. Gracias, Father. Muchas gracias, Father. Thank you.
Iguana Poems from Ecuador is a collection of selected writings and poetry by Jeanette V. Ferguson. In this chapbook, Jeanette writes letters to the iguanas, some of whom she has given names, and others she knew as a child growing up in Ecuador. Many of the poems are based on these letters. To obtain a copy of this chapbook, contact Jeanette at gferguson@gmail.com or write to her at the following address: J.V. Ferguson, Post Office Box 1034, Allen Park, Michigan 48101.
Hi, my name is Carol Galloway, and the poem that I have for you today is called Twilight Breeze. Twilight breeze. Breeze at twilight smells of night nestling in. It carries the sound of birds as they snuggle in their nest. Twilight breeze smells of flowers blooming gently It swirls through the streets carrying coolness after the heat of the day. 'Tis a breeze that lures the body to relax to sleep after the day's labor. Twilight breeze teases my mind to think of yesterday, today, and what might be. It gently blows through my hair, promising hopes of a new day in the morn, full of happiness with new life and peace of evening, where stars twinkle in the heavens and fills my eyes with wonderment. Breeze at twilight will bring rest, will build my soul and body to love life again. Hope you enjoy the twilight breeze and all the love it brings. May it replenish your soul and bring pleasure to your tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Kathy Gibson. I have several chapters in this book, The Adventures of a Horse Named George. It was written by the members of the Wolf Creek Christian Writers in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. It's a collaboration of all of our writings to tell the story of George, the retired circus horse. He has quite a few adventures and has a lot of fun, a lot of farm friends, and it was a pleasure to be included in this publication. It is available on Amazon. It is written for about 8th grade level, so it's good for children and adults. Thank you.
My name is Dennis White, and the poem I'm going to read to you, the title is Regarding Galatians 5:22 and 23. It's written in couplets, and it's the subject matter is the fruits of the Spirit. At my fruit stand, fine fruits to display, fresh bundles of love and new joy every day. Goodness and peace are in season all year. Faithfulness is present and ever hold dear. I try to maintain complete stock every day, but sometimes I fail to my dismay. Patience runs out and I'm thin on self-control. When I let pride resurface, new sorrows will grow. For kindness may vanish if I don't get my way. Gentleness will suffer if I don't stop to pray. Dear Father, Holy Father, I've sinned yet again, for I've taken my eyes off the sacrifice for sin. I've crawled off the altar, my own path to seek, and I've messed it all up. I forgot to be meek. Forgive me, dear Father. Restore once again my troubled fruit stand, erasing my sin. My fruit stand reopens, my fruit shared with others. For I need to be faithful for my sisters and brothers. End of poem.
Hi everyone, this is Michael Balcom.
And this is Brian Webb.
And we are
Be Well My Friends. Make sure to check us out at BeWellMyFriends.org, or you can find us at Facebook at Be Well My Friends.
That's right. Our mission is to create and host unique fundraisers with the proceeds going to the people, organizations, and charities of Downriver. And many ones that we do are the Oddfellow Concert Lounge. We do the Wyandotte Zombie Pub Crawl, the Kids Candy Crawl, the Acoustic Crawl. We do DJing. We do the Taylor Sportsplex. If you have an event coming up and you would like to hire Be Well My Friends, all the money that we raise goes back into the nonprofit and goes back out into the community. So Mike and I, we don't take a cent from that. We
Not
just
a penny.
volunteer our time.
So check us out, volunteer, and be well, my friends.
Be part of the change.
Hi, I'm Heather Stargazer with Downriver Poets and Playwrights. I'm new to the group, and the poem that I'm going to be reading today is called I Come From. I come from a place of respect between raindrops and flower petals, that ephemeral point of beauty that catches the eye in the never-ending cycle of sustenance and rebirth. I come from a rich history hidden in underground bomb shelters and railroad tunnels, behind plywood non-windows, in the endangered marbles that hold up asbestos-soaked bricks laced with neo-Gothic spires. I come from every version of God allowed by the old King James. Sit, stand, kneel, hallelujah, and also with you, brother, as you dip, dunk, genuflect, and cracked to relieve burdens too heavy to carry. From soul food and shish kebab, white trash and immigrants, I come from the moral standings of the honest poor, from those whose experience and sweat had given them food and freedom, life and children. I come from horse thieves and slaves, expelled for crimes or sold for safety. Rings, scars still shackled her wrists forever and ever. Amen. Yes, Siram Yem Zitz Varhui. From prostitutes and gamblers, runaway farmers with 3 dads, lie to the Marines about your age because anything sounds better than this. I come from love at first sight, and from the second of 5 on both sides, from a janitorial service and an elementary teacher. I come from the best they could do because that's all we really got. I come from the tragedy of rebellion over self-conquest, from those who might have given their oppressors what for and saved themselves had they just let go completely. I come from the aftermath of poverty and its plush soot walls. The top is too far for us to fall, so we sit and look up, giving our resolve to the lack of wings. We have hands to build and climb. We'll get out there soon enough. Thank you.
The Downriver Council for the Arts provides artists a unique retail space to sell one-of-a-kind handmade items. The gift shop at the Arts Center is open year-round during normal hours and special events. If you're looking for that special gift, consider giving art.
Tom Porter here again, reporting not from Woodhaven, where I write these rhymes, but wherever we happen to be. How's that? This rhyme is called It's Not So Bad. What's wrong with being nice? Maybe it's good advice. As chances go, few come twice. Maybe lions spare the mice. It's not so bad when that's the lot you drew. What's wrong with being good? Maybe we always should. It's all right to know we could, maybe if we only would. It's not so bad if that's what you pursue. Elders mold us when they scold us, can't always do as we please. Hard knocks fool us when they school us to see the forest and trees. What's wrong with being true? Maybe we all can too. We all know what we should do. Maybe our merits accrue. It's not so bad when credit can renew. What's wrong with what we believe? Maybe it's what we perceive. Acts in good faith we achieve. Maybe there's grace and reprieve. It's not so bad if that's your point of view. It's not so bad if we all think this through. End of poem.
Yes, my name is Erica Bay, and I'm about to read the poem, It's Okay. May a bad day turn around and change your frown upside down. Sometimes life is this way, and you must look for a brighter day. Remember, the sun always shines, and the rain will stop. Tomorrow can start for you today. So take the time to laugh and smile. See obstacles as only opportunities to make you just a little more beautiful than you are today.
Hi there. Do you write poetry or have an interest in poems as a hobby? Come check out the Downriver Poets and Playwrights. You can share your poetry and hear other poets there too. Membership is free. We meet the first Tuesday of every month at 6 o'clock at the Bacon Library. We can't wait to see you there and hear your poetry. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Noreen Bernardo. I'm with the Poets and Playwrights Society. I have a poem here to read. It's titled Black Shiny Boots. There once was two boots 'neath a life-giving tree, black, shiny, smooth, with a tag said they're free. They fitted just right, not too loose nor too tight, not too short nor too tall, with a shine best of all. But they needed some zest with a zing and pizzazz, so I added some jewels brightly colored with snazz. On the soles of the feet where I added 2 springs, made me grow 6 feet tall, though I wobbled and leaned. I added some zippers along the sides up and down, but they zigged more than zagged, getting caught all around. From the tip of my toes to the heels down below, added colorful weights, made my feet rather slow. With all of the nifty, so zany and dandy, one thing went missing, the black shine and spandy. So I removed both the springs, zippers and weights, even the jewels that were stitched on in 8s. What was left underneath of this fancy charade was my black shiny boots that for none I would trade.
Now, I hope you enjoyed our readers. There's so much beautiful poetry that we share, and we're glad we can share it with you. Poetry outdoors in the summertime, it just doesn't get any better than this. What a great place to be. Thank you for allowing us to come visit you, and we want to continue to share poetry and promote poetry in our downriver communities, because poetry is special, and we hope that you will take a greater interest in poetry as well. And I'm going to pass it back to George. Well, you want to wrap this program up?
Sure, Dennis. Great show. The Downriver Poets and Playwrights meet on the first Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. at the Bacon Memorial Library in Wyandotte, Michigan. We're an open group, a warm and welcoming group, and we welcome anybody who is the slightest interest or a deep interest in poetry. We also want to thank Richard for doing the videotaping, and also the people in the studio, Joel and so forth at the Wyandotte Cable. Thank you.